So yo, today we are in Luton town and I'm here with my new bike. I just bought this Africa Twin. Now I'm joking, I'm here with Gringo Motor Vlogs, you might remember him, aka Tarzan Motor Vlogs from back in the day. But no, we're here in Luton today, and Luton, if you don't know already, is voted one of the worst places to live in the UK. And at one point, it used to be voted one of the most dangerous places. So we're gonna go through a couple rough areas. At the moment, we're literally just at the entrance of Luton. So we're gonna venture around, we're gonna talk a bit about the history as well. And yeah, we're gonna get into this video. Without further ado, we're gonna try not to get arrested. Yeah. It's gone. I was just fighting trying to keep it off. That's what makes them sick though. They look so heavy, but the way people pull them up and do wheelies on them is fucking, it's mad. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, so today, like I said, we're going around Luton town, which if you don't know, back a long time ago, I'll put some dates up on the screen, used to be made for making hats. That's what it was known for. It was the hat industry of the UK. So it opened up a lot of jobs for people to actually come down and actually start a family and start a life here outside of London, but still close enough that you could actually get into the centre. So that's what it was most known for. They came here, they built some hats, they made a lot of hat factories, they produced a lot of jobs for people, and at the same time they went into the motor industry where they started opening up a lot of different motor plants where they started making vehicles, as in such GM Motors. GM Motors is a big part of Luton, aka also known as one of their biggest sections, which is Vauxhall. Vauxhall was one of the biggest sides of Luton because at the same time they opened up a lot of jobs for people and a big way for people to start a family and still be close to London, because you got to remember London was the main capital city all these years ago, so people didn't want to move too far outside of London and end up getting fucking...
We're meant to be dual vlogging, we don't even have comms.
I thought they were going for us then. I saw them switch on the light straight away. But yeah, so they opened up a few plants throughout Luton for the car facility, and it just boomed. It was the place to be, the place to make money, the place to work, and the place to start a life and a family. It is still known to this day for being one of the biggest places to produce products. A lot of people who live in Luton work in Luton at the factories. There's a lot of things going on, but however, we're going to get into a bit more later. A lot of that's changed now, and it's changed a lot of things about the jobs in Luton, the way people live as well. Because like I said, a lot of people work here, and there's a situation with jobs and which I can't say the word, I'm going to bleep that word out, but you know which word I just said, that supply jobs for Luton. So yeah, we're just heading into Luton now. I'll get a bit more about the facts, but while we're doing that, hey little doggy. I mean, people vote this as the worst place to live, but if you actually look at it, it's not too bad. It's just not like a clean, it's not like a area that I would choose to live personally. The thing is, a lot of people are raised in Luton, stay in Luton because they love it. They love everything that comes with Luton and everything that's involved with Luton. As much as it is bad, it's also a place where those people have built actual real big families and dating back to a long time. There's a lot of family names throughout Luton that have stayed. It's a bit windy now. That have stayed here forever. So nice little McDonald's there. See, like when you think of Luton, people who are not from Luton, when they think of Luton, you don't see it as nice. But it's just a certain few areas throughout Luton that are not very nice. There's a royal training camp there where they train army for the UK. I did back see a police van over there, so I'm just being cautious and wary because we're not trying to get pulled over, if you know what I'm saying. I keep forgetting you're on that. Yeah. You see Gringo behind, he's from Brazil. This is probably heaven compared to Brazil, but I don't know, like the actual parts that I've got low poverty, and I don't know much about Brazil, so I might be talking absolute whack right now, but I've heard Brazil is an absolutely sick place. I've been speaking to Gringo a bit, and like he bigs it up massively. for the culture, definitely the bike life out there. I'm definitely gonna have to take a visit over and explore what he's saying. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of bunched up houses. You see these sort of bunched up houses, these are what were made for the car industry. All these tight knit houses, they wanted to squeeze as much homes and life into Luton as possible to make it possible for like people to start a family and actually come move here. So I'm just talking to myself. Oh, look at that beautiful church. There's a lot of mosques and church throughout Luton as well. And one big controversy that happened not too long ago is they were trying to turn a church into a mosque, which I don't agree with personally. I don't know what others think. The church was, of course, being unused, from my personal opinion. However, everyone has their opinions, everyone has their thoughts. So let me know down in the comments what you think. Yeah, like I said, look, you can see a lot of these houses. These houses are going to be years and years old, but you can see a lot of them bunched up. And now Luton's become very like Asian populated. A lot of Asian families have come here, moved in here, started to work out here, bring actual business towards Luton. Of course, there's still the guys in Luton who love their heritage. But yeah, there's a lot of these houses will be filled with like ethnicity and different backgrounds, different cultures and stuff. That's why there is a lot of mosques being built throughout Luton, because of what's happening. I need an energy drink ASAP as well. My energy is just low. My energy is low. But there is like I said, look, there is nice houses. Of course, these are going to be some of the bigger ones or newer ones. But there's parks. If you haven't been Luton before and you've been told about Luton, you're of course going to see the bad side of it. You're going to be told no one talks about the good of Luton, because there isn't much. But it's a mediocre place, if that makes sense. There's a lot of middle ground things that make it okay. There's some scientific unit over there. Yeah, there's a lot of things that make it an okay place to be. And then also in Luton houses the Luton airport, which a lot of industry, a lot of work, a lot of flights come through into Luton, mainly full of cargo. A lot of cargo industry, packaging. It's kind of the next place outside of London for all your packages and all your goods. So Luton Airport is also a massive part of Luton. Easy access if you live here. You've got the car industry. That's why a lot of people back in the day choose to live here, because you have the work, you're close to London. You're able to fly whenever you want. There's an airport right here, fly to any country that you want to, and you're not inside London, so you don't get them London prices. You can see a bit more of Luton here in its aspect, but so it's just a lot of plain houses. There isn't much to Luton other than what you can see.
That's a decent view actually. So far, Luton don't look too bad.
Where a lot of crime used to predominate, I feel like compared to other towns, other cities and stuff, Luton has it quite good in a sense. It used to be bad, but like I said, it's got a lot better over the time in a sense.
It's a nice area so far.
Yeah, it's been alright.
Yeah. So where's the bad parts?
Huh?
Where's the bad parts?
We'll get there, don't worry.
Okay.
Show them the good first and then we'll get to the...
Oh, you're showing them the good first?
Yeah, the mediocre part.
Ah, okay.
Here on the right is the main GM IBC Luton plant.
He said that there was like tanks built here. Pretty much, let me try to give you a little history lesson on what he just gave me. I think that's where the tanks used to be built. Pretty much, there was a lot of factories in Luton and they all got shut down. So that's where like the city was built off of.
Which, if you didn't know, back when the world wars were happening, they also produced tanks in here. At the same time, they had women working in that back building. For medical first aid and more like the fabric style stuff they needed for the wars. So your war clothing, your uniforms, which was all through this. So this factory was a car factory, but during the World War, it was taken over for tanks and specifically for the war, for building. There is some remnants of where they used to build things throughout this factory. But some sad news about this factory that I'm going to get onto. This is actually shutting down. They've shut down this factory.
It's so funny if he's using this in his vlog. I'm probably getting this so wrong, but yeah, there's loads of factories and they all shut down pretty much.
Which is cool. You can say they're shutting down a factory. However, that factory has been the heart of Luton for a long time. This is one of the biggest industry come-ins throughout Luton. This place brought a lot of jobs, made a lot of families, made a lot of stuff happen for people. So now with this shutting down, you're going to get families moving out of Luton, going elsewhere and doing different things. It's pretty much majority of people who live in Luton work here. Yeah. So this is how they're able to start families and stuff. But like I said, now it's shutting down. They done the last van off the line. I think it was Friday last week.
Oh, mad.
That was the last van to ever come out of Luton. So now they're shutting down. A lot of people lost their jobs or they've got to now go elsewhere to get a job and move their families, which is gonna bad for like the Luton economy in a sense.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Fucking hell, lucky we didn't get our bikes robbed, mate. Jesus Christ! They snuck up out of nowhere.
Yeah. On the other side of this is a World War bunker as well.
Well, can you see it?
I think you might be able to see it. We'll go over and see if we can see it. We're going to see if we can see it. So if you look, all under that, see that big wall there?
Oh yeah.
Inside that wall is all the old bunker. That's all underground. That was the old World War bunker.
Mad.
That's where they hid from the bombings. Yeah, you can see how big it is now. Yeah. It's massive.
Guys,
You alright?
you work here with staff or just like...
I'll just show my mate. It's all closing down.
That's fine. We just need 2 bikes coming in. That's
Yeah. Perfect.
no problem. Yeah,
Alright.
it's a shame, innit?
Yeah, it's bad, but
Yeah, have a look around. There's no worries. You're
alright.
fine, right?
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
I'm thirsty though. Probably slurp off a little monster.
Yeah, I've been waiting to get one.
Yeah. Let's do that then. Is that your mate?
Yep.
John.
Adnan. It's so big.
Do you want to go? You can have a little go quickly.
Later, I'll do it. Later.
This is a perfect place, look.
I don't think I dropped myself on that.
Nah, mate. As soon as you pull off, you won't believe how it feels.
Too far gone.
Yeah, man.
Fucking hell. How you been?
Yeah, fucking good, bro.
What are you doing now?
What are we doing?
Fucking lot.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, you alright?
Yeah, how's everything?
Alright, mate, you?
Not too bad. Yeah, just gonna go Marsh Farm, Berry Park.
Fucking, and they got section 30 over Marsh Farm. Losing
Yeah,
the
they
Hockley
do,
thing.
actually.
I'm not sure if that's run out.
I will do.
Someone was shot in Lucy and there was
And shots in
shooting
Marsh Farm.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday.
That was only on.
You better be ready. Wait, now he's just come back from Brazil. All the rough areas.
Oh, you'll be safer there.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, have a good one, bro. Message me, yeah? Have a good one, yeah? I hope you do well. You don't see it much in the daytime. Like I just said, yesterday and the day before, there was 2 separate shootings in Marsh Farm area, which we're going to be heading to. So it's just making sure we're careful, making sure the bikes are careful as well.
It's so crazy though to hear that. Like, obviously it happens here, but for it to be so recent, I think it's where it's England. It just hits a bit different. Because I literally heard someone get shot outside my house. I don't know if they told this guy that. Yeah, there was someone shot outside my house. Literally heard the gunshot. It was down the road, but it sounded like right outside my house. It was just on my road. The body was found in the river at the bottom of the road. Ah, nice. I know what he's doing. Yeah! It's that time. I'm about to slurp one off. Hey, I feel like a gringo. I feel like a gringo.
The bike, and then that's when they come over the top of me. One shot me off, and he pulled out his knife on me.
GBX on this motherfucker.
Then you know you better lock that up.
Someone was shot in Lucy and there was
And shots
shooting
in Marsh Farm.
Friday and Saturday.